Welcome to today's episode. Have you ever found yourself craving solitude, only to feel guilty about it? Today, we're diving deep into the concept of solitude and how it can actually be a powerful force for personal growth.
Absolutely. It's fascinating to think about solitude, not as something to escape from, but as something we might be pulled toward. I mean, what if stepping away from people is actually a sign that something within us is expanding?
Right. So many of us are conditioned to believe that happiness is found in noise and constant interaction. But what if the opposite is true? What if silence is where we really find ourselves?
That's a great point. Some people feel drained by social interactions, not because they dislike others, but because their inner world is so rich that it feels suffocated by shallow environments.
Exactly. And here's the kicker. Many people fill their lives with noise to avoid facing themselves. Silence strips away distractions, exposing our true selves, and that can take a lot of courage.
It's true. For those of us who think and feel deeply, silence can be magnetic. You can be surrounded by laughter and conversation, but still feel completely disconnected, right?
Yes. That disconnect often stems from the surface-level nature of small talk and predictable emotions. Our minds yearn for something deeper, something meaningful.
And social interaction can be draining for everyone, but for those who process everything intensely, the cost is even higher. It can feel like spending energy without any return.
That's when solitude transforms from loneliness into relief. It offers us uninterrupted thought and space to breathe mentally, which is so crucial for clarity.
Absolutely. Clarity changes everything. It allows us to notice how much of social life requires negotiation. For some, fitting in is effortless, but for those who feel deeply, it can feel like friction.
Exactly. And that's why meaningful connections are so important. We don't want a lot of relationships. We want true, deep ones. One conversation that goes somewhere is worth more than a dozen superficial exchanges.
So true. And when authenticity is lacking, it can make us withdraw, not because we don't care, but because we care too much to waste our emotional energy.
Exactly. And it's interesting how after social gatherings, our minds don't just switch off. They replay, analyze, and connect dots that others might miss.
And that's why solitude becomes a necessity rather than a luxury. It allows us the space to confront ourselves honestly and process emotions that others might suppress.
This exploration builds our strength and makes us less dependent on validation. It helps us listen before speaking and think before reacting, which is so valuable in today's noisy world.
And here's the profound truth. You don't withdraw because you dislike the world. You withdraw because you're preparing to contribute to it meaningfully.
Exactly. Every insight is born in quiet. Every original idea requires distance, and every truth needs space to emerge. Solitude is not the end, but the beginning of our purpose.
When we return from solitude, we bring back perspective, wisdom, and depth. Solitude isn't loneliness, it's alignment. It's incubation for our thoughts and ideas.
And if you ever feel guilty for needing space or preferring quiet, remember, there is nothing wrong with you. You're not withdrawing from life. You're meeting it at a deeper level.
What a powerful conclusion. Solitude can empower us to engage with life more fully. Thank you for joining us today as we explored the beauty of solitude.